All right, our guest this week is Gabe Stephens, linebacker in his second year as a colonel. Gabe, appreciate the time. Thanks so much for spending a couple minutes with us.
No problem. Anytime, anytime.
So you had Monday and Tuesday off from classes anyway for fall break. Does that change your schedule any? What was your
Uh,
schedule like
just,
this week?
just for class. So, but as far as football, we still had practice, meetings, uh, full pads. So nothing changed with that.
Yeah, on game week, you can't really afford to take 2 days off, can you?
No sir, no sir.
Just take us through game week. What does it look like for you in preparation for ultimately what fans see on Saturday?
So usually we're just going to we go wake up, go to breakfast check. Um, after that we go to all of our classes, and so all of our classes should be done by the afternoon. So from around 1 o'clock to 7 is straight football each day. So yeah.
How old were you and kind of how did your journey into football begin?
I was 5 years old when I first started playing football. Um, and my parents didn't stress football. They didn't stress football on me, even though my dad did play for the New England Patriots. He didn't really stress football on me too much. So I just kind of saw my brothers and my other family members playing, and I said, "Hey, I want to do that too." So
Did you always want to be a linebacker, or were you like most kids at a young age, want to be the quarterback or running back, a receiver, kind of one of those specialty players?
actually, yes. So whenever I was in the little league, I used to play running back, and then my freshman year of high school, I actually started playing defensive back, and that's where I got my first offer at. Until I kind of grew out of that position, and I grew into like a linebacker hybrid position. And so when I got to college, they just moved me to Jack.
So you got an offer to play in college as a defensive back?
Oh yeah, yes sir. I had many offers to play safety, and then I had a couple to play corner. This was about 30, 40 pounds ago. Yeah.
It's all muscle now, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So you've always been one of the more athletic players on the team. Is that something you strive to be?
Uh yes, sir. I think that's I think that's part of my skill set, being athletic, being able to move, um, going forward, going backwards. I think that's what gives me the competitive edge against my opponents.
And growing up in North Carolina, what was your experience like, coming into middle school, high school, ultimately before UNC for you and then EKU? What was it like as a youngster playing in the state of North Carolina?
I liked it very much, very competitive football down there. Um, each year, especially whenever I was one of the young guys. So like my middle school, um, I started off in sixth grade, and actually I didn't make the team in sixth grade. So I didn't make the team. I made the team my seventh grade, my eighth grade year. So I played both of those years,
Did
and then
not, I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, my freshman year, I ended up actually starting on varsity. So yeah.
Did not making the team your sixth grade year kind of fuel you to play even harder?
Yes, I I lost control. I didn't know what to do because all the way up to till that point, I was the man, like Pop Warner. So everybody was expecting me to go to middle school and do good, and then I go out and practice and get a note that I don't make the team.
Mhm.
So
Kind of crushes your soul a little bit, doesn't it?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Now going into college, you ultimately signed with North Carolina first. What was it like to play, and what did you learn for Mac Brown when he was the coach there?
Um, I just learned how to get through college, the college experience. I was young going into Carolina. I made a lot of mistakes that I've learned from. So it was just a great learning experience, especially on the Power Five level, to get that experience and to know what it's like to be and know what it takes to be on that level.
What led you to come to EKU?
Actually, I didn't know it. I heard of EKU, and then through the recruiting process and the transfer portal, I was searching for schools, and Coach Day, I saw on my Twitter inbox, he hit me up and stuff like that, and asked for my phone number, and after that, we built the relationship from there. He asked me to come visit, and I ended up committing.
Mhm. Welcome to college football recruiting, right? On
Yes,
Twitter.
yes, yes, sir.
So Coach Day was kind of the one that helped get you to EKU.
Oh, yes, sir, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's a really good recruiter and he works tirelessly. I mean, he what's it like to play for a coach like that? Because you have that connection with him.
So me knowing that he has a lot on his plate, as far as recruiting, he's also our special teams coordinator, so he has to take care of all phases of our special teams. So I feel me and the other players in my position group feel a responsibility to just do the simple things right as far as knowing our plays, doing good in school, just not giving them too much to worry about other than what we have going on the field.
Mhm. Now, this year, the linebacking core has been hit pretty hard with some injuries, and you've been beat up a time or two as well. So, what's been the theme, I guess you could say? It seems like the hits just keep on coming, but you all have persisted and put together a good product out on the field.
Yeah, so it's just coach teaches a lot of toughness, our character, how we respond to things. So we just have a next man up mentality. Whenever so we've had, like you said, we've taken a lot of losses, especially at our linebacker positions, but some of the younger guys have stepped in and held it down and did a good job. So um, I think we're good right there.
Was there somebody when you were an underclassman that kind of took you under your wing? Maybe it was at Carolina, maybe it was somewhere else, maybe in high school or something that took you under your wing and kind of showed you what it was like to be able to be not only be a football player but also be a leader on this team at any
Oh,
point?
oh yeah, yes, sir, for sure. Whenever I was at Carolina, I saw a lot of older guys now in the league, just how they handled themselves with times of adversity, or whenever they didn't hear things that they liked, and or whenever I didn't hear things that I liked, they would come and tell me it would be okay, just keep on working and stuff. Put you so that's what I'm trying to do to some of the younger guys that come in here.
Well, that's going to be my next question. Now, do you find yourself being that guy to some of them? Because, some of the guys have really stepped up. The first name that comes to my mind is Braden Sullivan. He kind of came out of nowhere just to play a huge part in this team. Do you find yourself in that role now, being the leader and taking some of these guys under your wing?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm getting older. I'm not one of the young guys no more. So I don't have no excuse not to. I think I have enough experience to where I can teach them and help them along their journey. So hopefully, whenever they get my age or senior, they can do the same thing as each and keeps going.
Hmm. Being the older guy, do you feel some of those hits a little bit more now?
Oh yes, very much. Yeah, the pressure is on.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. I want to talk about your dad that here for just a second, if you don't mind. I know he passed away when you were a little kid, played in the NFL. What memories do you have of him?
Um, so whenever he was here, I remember he took us to school every single day, picked us up every day. Um, what was one of the best, if no the best cook in our house. So he was great while I had him. So and the time that I did have him, I learned a lot from him.
And what was it like growing up? Because, was it 6 years old when he passed?
So yeah, so I was 7. So I was 7 years
7.
old, and so that also ties in to me having number 7 and want number 7 so bad. So
Very cool. Very cool. And like at 7 years old, you're finding out a lot about yourself. You're trying to grow up, and then not to have such a huge part of your family there. I'm sure there were a lot of challenges. Could you share maybe one or two of those challenges that you had growing up from your dad passing away?
Oh yeah. So just like my mom, it was a lot of stress on her. We had other family members step in and help us out and stuff, but it was really my mom. She had to raise two boys on her own, and so that could be a tough task. And so but she did a great job, prevailed through it, and me and my brother are doing great today because of her.
Yeah, I'm sure that makes you want to be a role model for all these other people that are experiencing the same type of situations.
Yeah.
Did you ever what other sports did you play growing up? Did you play anything other than football?
Yeah, so I ran track, played basketball, and I was also on the swim team as well.
A lot of guys that I interview, they say they run track and they say track may be the most important. Obviously, you take skills from other sports, but track really helps you, especially with football. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, yes sir. Yeah, I have a state champion. I'm a state championship in track.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
In what
yeah.
event?
High jump.
Oh, very cool. What was your record?
Uh, that's like 7-1.
Just 7-1?
It was like seven, maybe 7-3. It's been a couple years ago. Yeah, I forgot. I
Wow.
know I got a big old ring to prove it. That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
If that was me, I would be have like a mark on the wall, like I jumped this high.
yeah. I might do that. If you want, go
Yeah,
to Max Preps, look it up.
get a tape measure, go to 7-3, and just that would kind of put it in perspective a little bit. I mean
Yeah.
sure, that's crazy. Um, so what has your experience been like at EKU so far?
It's been great. Since I've gotten here, I think everybody has taken me in and taking me under their wing. Is So I'm comfortable here. I like all the people that's here, and it's a great situation to be in.
Who was some of the first people you met when you came on campus player wise?
So some guys have transferred. So I
Hmm.
don't know if you're familiar with Shaq Fall.
At Cal now. Yep.
Yeah, Shaq, Jaden Boss,
Hmm.
Jalen Hurd, Kyler Edwards. Um, who else? Yeah. And Elijah Ford.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So guys like that.
And when you talk about college athletes, a lot of people say that yeah, they'll when it's over, they'll miss the games, they'll miss getting ready for the games, but maybe more so they miss being around each other on a daily
Yes.
basis. It just seems like it really is a brotherhood to be able to connect with a certain group of guys that are from all over the country and an opportunity that you wouldn't have elsewhere. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. You meet all kinds of people. We got one guy from our team is I think from Canada. We have
Hmm.
another guy from Australia. And then I know some of the other sports teams. There's people from like uh Greece.
Hmm.
Different places.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's something that fans would not expect from you, I guess? What, like, do you have a hidden talent? What's something that, they see you on the field every Saturday? What's something that comes to your mind that maybe fans may not know about Gabe
uh
Stephens?
so I'm very open to trying a lot of different food.
Okay.
So, stuff that people might turn away or like may find online that may look like just something you wouldn't want to eat. I'll
Hmm.
try. I like to try anything. So,
So, do you like to cook?
oh yeah, yes sir,
Yeah.
yes for sure, yeah.
Do you have a signature dish that you like to make? Like when nothing sounds good, this is always the go-to?
So me personally, I don't have a signature dish myself, but I perfected my mom's spaghetti. So
Okay.
yeah, so when that's my go-to whenever I just, I want something to eat or it's fast or something like that. So I perfected that, but I don't have anything that I've I can call mine, but I can really cook anything though for real.
Hmm. It's hard to go wrong with good pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any pregame routines that are a must on Saturdays?
Uh oh yeah. So I take a walk. I walk around. I don't know if anybody notices, but I walk around campus like whenever we get our grace period. Like if it's a home game. If it's a home game, we'll have a grace period. So I'll just walk around campus, and I don't know if anybody sees me, but yeah,
So if anybody's around campus, look for Gabe Stephens.
yeah.
Well, Gabe, thank you so much for your time. It was really good to chat with you, and I know last week didn't go the way we wanted it to, so let's go out there and put our best foot forward and hope for a better result on Saturday. Best of luck.
Oh yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that's
All
Gabe
right.
Stevens, our guest here this week.